Alright, hello there. As you can see, we have two fluffy children. We have a Bella here to join us. We have a Wally down here somewhere. He's being a goof right now. Ooh. I had a meeting at work of sorts, so I didn't feel like. Careful. I really need to clean this place up sometime. I didn't feel like changing, and sometimes I like to dress up for streams. So here we are. Bella's good, however. Ooh. Well, this is what happens when you don't take care of your things, I guess. I need to go through my pile. I'll show you what happened. I don't mind admitting it. Put your records away properly, folks. I think the record itself is fine, but this sleeve is now unfortunately quite bent, and I've ruined the collector's value despite it being sealed. If that was the most important thing to you. Sorry, Ringo. Sorry, Ringo. Oh well. The plan. Pokemon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Pokemon. That's all I got. Give pets to children? Yes, of course. Pet to Bella. And you can't see it, but pet to Wally. I need to get this game up and running. Oh, Bella might be abandoning us. She's meowing in a mildly distressed manner. Okay, here we go. Now I have to adjust the audio because I did it wrong. There we go. Now you have audio. No sign of it yet, but you know, we're okay with that for the time being. Oh, right. I need to change the Sorry, boring time. Boring time. Gotta change the button mapping. Cause I'm too dumb to figure out how to make it persist between sessions. Boring. Okay. There we go. No cat cam? Oh, we can have cat cam now. Yes. There's Wally. I mean, I don't know. Do we want Wally Cat Cam? It's kind of dark. It's kind of hard to see. You just kind of see his silhouette from time to time. The trouble is, right? The trouble is, little Wally. Hi. He will eat the cable of this webcam if given the opportunity. Don't mind all the stuff on screen. It's fine. Oh, are you? All right. No cat cam. Bella wishes to be done. All right. Thanks for joining us for a little bit. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Do I have... No. This. Okay, fine. There we go. So, where were we? We gave Aquarius the amulet coin, and we gave Prestique the lax incense. Yes, this all makes sense. This is fine and dandy. And we wish to ascend Mount Pyre to kick one of the teams, not sure which one, in the face. But they need kicking. Oh, I guess we hadn't fought her yet. Why would I need currency? Why would I need money? Vitamins. Perhaps. We'll use Payday. Get some extra money. I don't know if Amulet Coin works in conjunction with Payday. Payday? Payday. My goodness. My goodness, my goodness. In-game or real life? For what comment that I made? I'm afraid I've already forgotten. Bet there's a hidden item up there, but how bad do I want it? I could fight them in a double battle, but I don't think I care to. Who needs money? Oh, in real life, I definitely at least would like money. I don't think Birdo can't learn surf, surely. Surely not. No, none of you idiots can learn surf. Well, if we need to fight anyway... Oh, wild Pokemon will do. But in-game... Like, unless we're buying vitamins, I really don't think we need money. Alright, water Pokemon? Yeah, Celio can probably learn Surf. Hello there! I have not changed since work, so I am looking a little fancier than usual, and being fancy on camera made me crave fancy whiskey, so there we go. Hello. Hello to Bomb as well. Everyone's here. No blind tasting today, no. Well, the wife needs to be in a particular mood to help me set that up. So honestly, unless you are here to do the blind pours for me, we haven't done it since then. Yes, I am trying to blind taste a number of my bourbons to determine if I have a kind of cheap go-to bourbon preference. And it really does have to be blind and basically 1-to-1, like just compare two whiskeys, because bourbon is so regulated. And especially if you're going on the cheaper side, where they're only aged for like 18 months or 2 years, I forget the regulation. Boy, it all just tastes like fermented corn juice. It all tastes about the same. It's very slight. It's not until you start aging it for longer that I don't want to be here. Uh-oh. Can I surf? Okay, if Wooper can't use surf, surely Rayquaza can. But I think Wooper can probably use surf. Yeah, let's surf on Wooper. Oh, we had Remoraid as well. Doy. But no, today I am drinking a Welsh whiskey. A Welsh whiskey, which is it's basically a Scotch, but don't tell Scotland. I figure I've had it for a number of years and it's time to drink it. It tastes a little bit peaty, not overwhelmingly so. Just enough to keep it interesting. Czar sent me an interesting video that was like describing different scotches and scotch preferences and what they might say about your personality. I don't remember most of the video, but what I do remember is that, generally speaking, if you seek out drinks that are exceptionally bitter, that means one of two things. It can mean that you are a sophisticated person who's very interesting and not not adverse to new things and are open-minded. It can mean that. But more likely, it means that you're a sociopath and have narcissistic tendencies. If you seek out, like, Campari or, like, exceptionally bitter whiskeys. And, yeah, with everybody I have known who's been like, oh, yeah, Campari cocktails are my favorite thing, I gotta say, a lot of them have shown narcissistic tendencies, so I think they are on to something. We're level 34. What is the level cap for the next gym? Remind me. 42. Okay. So we're doing fine. Maybe we get Aquarius up to 35, and then maybe we bring everybody else back up. A number. You are correct. You are 100% correct. Ooh, bad choice. Bad. It's a bad matchup. Does Skiploom even know a grass move? No, it knows Leech Seed. I think... I mean, we could use you. No, you only know Thunder Wave. Okay. We're switching to Arbok. Shabak! Am I still wearing my thing? No, good. I put that away so it wouldn't get lost. Well, I think Poison Sting, even though it's a crappy move, is probably the best move I can use. Yeah, my attack is better than my special. This would be cut in half. I mean, 30... I don't know. I don't know exactly how that... I'm not competitive enough to know if, like, 30 base power at 57 attack is more powerful than 15 power at 67 base. I just don't know. I'm not that deep into the Pokemon stat weeds. Bite might be the better choice for all I know, but I can tell you that Bite would give me contact damage with Rough Skin. So, to that regard, Poison Sting is probably the better move. Look, I'm not Small Ant, okay? I'm sorry. And most of those guys have spreadsheets, okay? Like, I don't know how... I mean, I think if you look at those spreadsheets often enough, you do start to memorize some of that stuff. But a lot of them are looking at spreadsheets, okay? A lot of that is not memorized knowledge. Pokemon challenges would know? Possibly. Possibly. Alright, we'll send out Orson for this fight. He's the best Pokemon speedrunner? Well... But here's the thing, that means he learns a specific route with specific Pokemon, which might mean he doesn't need to learn, like, really in-depth mechanics about kind of general stuff. I mean, unless he's also speedrunning randomizers, in which case he might. But he might also use a spreadsheet. I'm not trying to... Oh, he's a Nuzlocker? Oh... Okay, yeah, they might actually know. Yeah, I don't mess with Nuzlocks. I've never successfully done a Nuzlocke, and I don't think there's any interest in me doing so on stream. He's the one that annoys me. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Aurora Beam, perhaps? You'd be interested in a Nuzlocke? Well, let me just tell you about how that will go. If we do end up doing it, there'll be a lot of grinding to reach level caps. So that's rather unengaging. So to me, that means that a Nuzlocke would ideally be played with speed up, which is not what I prefer, certainly, to watch. Your mileage may vary, but I don't... I've said this a number of times. I'll keep repeating it. The reason I don't do a lot of sped up content on stream is I don't enjoy watching it. Is that P-Chow? I mean, P-Chow is probably short for Pokemon Challenges. I have to assume. I don't remember what. I think Bomb is right. I think I expressed some displeasure with some videos they had put out. I mean, gun to my head, I couldn't tell you what those issues were right now. They might have been nothing substantial. He comes across as very arrogant. Could be. It might just be I don't like his vibes. It could just be that the vibes are bad. That is enough to make me not want to watch a channel. It's true. I don't think we battle you here. He refers to chat as boys. We got the magma emblem. Yes. I know where to use that. Do they tell you? Like, I know because I've played a crap ton of Emerald. Mount Pyre... No, I don't want to hear your story. No. The blue orb or the red orb taken by the sinister men. They must never be apart. I fear something terrible will happen. What's this? TM48 skill swap. I mean, well, as we know, any TMs in this challenge are just worthless. The main use case for skill swap, as I understand it, is if you have a slacking, you give truant to someone else, and then you've got a slacking that doesn't have to sleep every other turn. And you just win. You just win instantly. So I'm not sure how you're meant to sort of casually know where Team Magma's hideout is. So maybe to that end, maybe we don't go for them first. Maybe we are meant to go for Team Aqua first. But no, Team Aqua, that's when you steal a submarine. Now, I know how you know that they're stealing a submarine is you go to the Aqua hideout and they're like, heh, our boss is off stealing a submarine. Where? I'm not telling you. And then, like, goon number 2 is like, heh, our boss is off to... Oh, what's the name of the darn city? Slateport? Our boss is off to Slateport. Why? Mind your business, that's why. You know, there's like an exchange like that between some folks. No, I haven't watched more My Hero. I'm failing you. I am not your hero. Do I have anybody that knows fly? Because at this point, I probably should just fly. I've got a Pidgeot. Okay. We will use that. We will go ahead and do that. I know. And I should, you know, I need to exercise. You know, My Hero Academia time is elliptical time. I blame the fact that there are a bunch of other anime this season that I am wanting to keep up with. That's not entirely true. I blame the fact that ReZero is out, which means I'm on my anime website a lot. Which means I am aware of other anime, which means by happenstance I'm watching a lot more anime. That's my excuse. Is it a good excuse? No. I don't care. You don't gotta finish if you don't like it. Okay. No? No, nothing here. Well, maybe we are supposed to go... Well, Okay, what if we look at the item in the bag? Okay. I'm not sure how you're meant to know where to go with this magma thing, but the fact remains I do know where to go. Oh, wait, actually, I don't think we can get to there from here, because we don't have the hoppy... Oh, well, we can go the long way. We could go the long way. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. Bring me upstairs. Oh, I haven't fought you? Interesting. I guess his range is exactly that long, and if you walk to the right, he can't see you. Shakugan no Shana. I don't know that one, I don't think. I think I've expressed this on stream a little bit, kind of last time when we were talking about the wheel, and a little bit in Discord, but here's the game plan, alright? When next we meet... No, you don't need to learn Quick Attack. Burning-Eyed Shauna. No, I don't know that either. When next we meet, we will be playing Kirby. Which, you know... Famously, we didn't love our time with Kirby Superstar. I think I still have it on my desk here. Yes, I do. No, that's Evo. Where's Kirby? Well, it's around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. No! Stop breaking the illusion. Kirby Superstar. That is what you are. Famously, not the biggest fan of Kirby Superstar, but that's the beauty of the wheel. If you don't know what to play, it will tell you what to play, and you might not be happy with the results. So my game plan for when we next meet is to play the bits of Kirby Superstar that didn't piss me off as much. There were like the first 3 areas. It was like basically the Game Boy remake, the running race, and the Dynablade section. We're gonna redo those sections for achievements. We're doing it for fake internet points, because that makes me smile. And we'll get as far as we get in that. After that, we'll come back to Pokemon Emerald, because I don't think we'll be beating the Pokemon League today. So we will have to come back to it. After that, I do want to come back to Mega Man. Mega Man is like my #1 that isn't Pokemon priority game to beat. But I don't just want to play 2 games. So that's why we've got the wheel. Yeah, being a completionist can kind of suck sometimes. I do feel that. I mean, I've given up on anime recently, and I gotta say, it is a pretty freeing feeling to say, you know what? No, I've seen enough of this anime, and it's not ticking the boxes for me. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna give up. Feels nice. Feels good. Suicune, huh? Alright, use Bubble Beam. So yeah, the order of operations is today, Emerald, then Kirby, then Emerald, and then probably we'll use the wheel to figure out what we're doing after Mega Man. And I'll probably spin the wheel after Kirby, just so I have enough time to mentally prepare myself. Because sometimes I need to do that. For better or for worse, a couple of the PC games that we've played in the past, I don't have strength. Where the hell do I get the strength, HM? God, where? Okay. This is embarrassing. Where is the strength HM? Oh dear. I might have to Google that. It has been long enough that I don't remember where that is. I know where Cut is, and we got Cut. I know where Rock Smash is, we got Rock Smash. I know where Surf is, which in Emerald they kind of mitigate by just force-feeding it to you. Where is Strength? Is it in Lily Cove? I don't think so. That doesn't sound right. I don't think it's in Fortree. Now in Gen 1, I know you can swap out of Fire Spin, but I think no, we are stuck here. Oh no, Arcanine, I'm sorry. You're even a woof right now. Oh, that is devastating. That is truly devastating. Perstique, get at it. Well, boy, oh boy, oh boy. None of you know Fly. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fly to Lily Cove. I don't think Strength is there, but that seems like the best place for me to check. Maybe Venomoth can use Fly. We'll find out. I wouldn't be surprised one way or the other. No, it can't. That makes sense. That's fine. Zubat definitely cannot. Crobat can. Maybe even Golbat. But Zubat, I'm fairly confident, cannot. Maybe I should have checked before tossing it aside. No, none of you can fly. Boy! What's the deal? Where are all the flying Pokemon? I just want to be lazy and not walk. Is that such a crime? Really? Nidorino twice in a row? Oh, Articuno. Yeah, that'll do. So where do we go? I don't think strength is in here. I don't think strength was up here. I don't think strength is up here or in the Safari Zone. And I don't think we can get out of here. Well, let's... Don't go near the cave. We moved our loot to a secret hideout. Okay. Can Articuno learn Surf, maybe? No. None of you can learn Surf. Interesting. I think we have the rod registered. Yes, we do. Oh, come on. Let me at it! Any of you idiots know Surf? Yes, plenty of you do. Okay. I mean, I guess let's go in here. I think they're just gonna say, get lost. But let's do it. I hear that Team Magma is trying to awaken an awesome Pokemon at their hideout, but where might their hideout be? I hear that Team Magma is after an awesome Pokemon at Mount Chimney, but what is the Pokemon like? Okay, so that's how you know to go there. So those grunts help you again. But that doesn't resolve the strength issue. Well, I think either you're gonna need to tell me chat, or I'm gonna need to look it up. I am soliciting help. I don't know where strength is, and I need to know. Look it up. You are too lazy. That's fair. You saw the camera do a weird thing? Oh, thank you for commenting on it. I did not see it, but I like acknowledging when it does. Strength. Ah, the strength of within. The power within. The power within. Yeah, Bulbapedia. No, Bulbapedia, you gotta tell me where this is. Oh! 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 Okay. Huh. Oh, we need to fly. Okay. Right. It's interesting that we haven't actually done that yet. Okay. That's weird. This is definitely the longest I've gone without completing that little side quest. Anybody know fly? Nope. Ursa Ring. You can't fly. Zapdos can fly, though. Do I care to share with the class? I mean, they say show, don't tell, so I'm gonna show ya. So we need to go here. So, there's the tunnel, the Rusturf Tunnel between Rustboro and Verdanturf Town. Within are two star-crossed lovers, who I can't reach because there's a man who wishes to commit violence against me. But after we dispatch him, we'll find two star-crossed lovers. And if we break away the rocks that are separating them, we will earn the strength HM. But it does certainly strike me as odd. That I haven't done that yet. So long, Hiker Mike, or Hike Mike as they probably call you. Alright, who wants to learn Rock Smash? Hands up. Anybody? 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 Too bad. Poliwhirl, you're learning it. There's strength. I would never... This would have been, like, among the last places I would have checked. Whismer. Whismer. Ooh, Celebi. Hello, Celebi. You don't know a grass move, so you're kind of strange. I mean, we might as well dispatch these wild Pokemon. Like, every little bit of experience helps. But the EVs are unbalanced. You could be allocating them much more intelligently if you were more judicious. We're not training a team to take on the Battle Frontier, okay? Calm down. Any of you idiots know how to fly? Swellow knows how to fly. I mean, he could use Noctowl, but... We will not. We will not. Where are we going again? Up here? Yeah, let's go up here. Oh, I just want to detour here for a moment. So, Route 111, this is the desert route that has the sandstorm. And I was listening to the music, the channel, that Silva Gunner channel, that I've posted a couple of videos of in the Discord, which is basically just, it's all memes. Like, if it says you're listening to this song, you're not. You're listening to a remix or something completely different. And they had one for Pokemon Ruby, Route 111. I'm like, oh, what did you do with this? They mixed it in with Darude Sandstorm, and it was pretty effective. It took me a minute. I'm like, you sly dog. And I've confirmed I'm definitely late to the Silva Gunner party, because that channel's been doing this nonsense for like 10 years at this point, which is bonkers. Sure, Aerodactyl, you can learn Strength. Why not? I think the channel even has lore and, like, in-jokes that I don't understand. All I've really been able to determine is Flash my favorite HM? What's wrong with you? Who hurt you? Why would you say such unkind things? Here's Duskull. I think we're still waiting for Dusclops. Ooh, if you level up, will you evolve into Dusclops? Maybe. I don't know what level Duskull evolves. It might not be till level 40, to be fair. This seems like a level 40 evolution. It just feels like one. The only lore I know is that they're really big into the Flintstones theme, which I think stems from a Mario ROM hack. I think that's called like Granddad 7. But it does mean there's a lot of Flintstones mixed in with the stuff that they do. There's also a lot of We Are Number One. A lot of the Lazy Town song. That's all I can tell you for certain. Oh, that's upsetting. I was hoping you would evolve. Well, that's what I get, I guess. Yeah, we're still waiting. Do I have a revive by chance? Yeah, let's just use that because I'm lazy. I probably should be using a repel, honestly. Would be smart. Not smart. Not gonna do it. Flaffy, get out of there. What am I doing this weekend? Well, on Sunday, it is the Day of the Fathers. I no longer have a father, but I do have a grandfather, so we're gonna go visit him. And on Saturday, I have a friend coming in from out of town, so we're gonna do stuff and things. Not sure what those stuff and things are quite yet. That is to be determined. And on Friday, Juneteenth, federal holiday, I happen to have that off of work. I have one chore that I need to do. I will be I'll be changing vehicle ownership with my grandfather. He has a small fleet of vehicles, and I'm gonna legally take one off of his hands. And I think that's all that I have set in stone. There might be other Friday chores that I have to complete, or at a minimum should complete. But that's... Hey! Hey, look at that! We got Dusclops! That's great! That's awesome! We've been waiting for you! Small problem. These Pokemon kind of suck. His Father's Day gift is me taking his car. His Father's Day gift is him no longer having to pay registration and insurance on that car. Think of it that way. Although I don't know if he's actually paid insurance on that car in the last 3 or 4 years. I think there's a good chance every time I or someone else has driven it that if we had gotten pulled over, we might have gotten in trouble. Will Wally and Bella get me a card? Wally's not smart enough to be on the ball for it. And Bella's ungrateful. So unless the wife reminds them to get me a card, no, I don't think I'll be getting a Happy Father's Day card from the cats. And that's okay. I'll get over it. We need to look at the Pokédex to see what the last Hoenn Pokemon is that we haven't unlocked yet. Because that's exciting. We're getting down to the wire. You know? There's 184 other Pokemon not in the Hoenn Dex that we have no way of knowing when we're gonna find them. Or, like, we don't know which ones we're missing unless you want to go back and rewatch all of the footage of me looking at my teams. And then maybe you could make a determination. I don't advise doing that. That sounds dreadful. Although I suspect if I were a large channel, like, you know, if I were, like, a big Pokemon YouTuber, like, I could probably get someone to do that for me. But please don't do that of your own volition. Dawn Fan. We need Dawn Fan. If you were unemployed, you'd think about it. I would hope you would reconsider. Of the dumb things you could do, even for my benefit, there's so many better things you could do. And again, I would argue that time would be better spent watching trash anime than, like, fast-forwarding and scrubbing through VODs in the hopes that maybe you can kind of glean what Pokemon I might need. Delcatty. Oh no, you have Intimidate. You scared my Delcatty. I can use Intimidate too. Wally, what you doing there, bud? You doing your best? I don't think he's doing his best. No. Ford. I think that's my current horse in Red Dead, right? I will say, I added Red Dead to the wheel. I put it at, like, lowest priority. I'm basically of the opinion that I am open to finishing Red Dead, but I'm not eager to. So yeah. The wheel might force us to. And that would be fine, because then, if we finish it, I don't have... Because it doesn't make the retro points score go back up. Priorities. You know, I am unlikely to go back and revisit it for Xbox achievements. So, So yeah, it would come off the wheel, and we'd be done with it, and everyone would clap and cheer. Should have used Swords Dance. That would have been smarter than Screech. But I wasn't thinking. Wally, why are you meowing at the beetles? They've done nothing to you. He's staring at my Abbey Road wall hanging and meowing at them. Maybe he sees a bug. I'm going to assume he sees a bug. Oh, an intruder! Ah! Maybe Paul's done something wrong. He is barefoot. The wall bug was Paul? Maybe. Aren't the beetles bugs? Some say. Some say. I mean, I think they originally went by the silver beetles, and I think their logo even had little antennae. So, yeah, I think canonically they are bugs. Confirmed. Break in and steal all their pots and break all their pots? Yeah, no. That's Zelda. I don't think we've had streams since, so let's discuss now. I hear Ocarina, or Ocarina of Time, is getting a remake. So first question, how do you pronounce that word? Ocarina or Ocarina? And second, how do you feel about a remake? I don't think I've discussed that with anybody. You say Ocarina. Okay. Stop. You've heard more Ocarina than Ocarina. All right, to make it clear, because we'll pronounce it like Ocarina or Ocarina, because that's how I hear them. That's what they sound like to me. So, if you're trying to tell me which one you pronounce, please use one of those spellings. Unless you pronounce it some completely different third way, in which case, please let me know. As long as the story is the same, I mean, I'm sure it will be. Now, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a Switch 2 exclusive. What are you doing bringing out the friggin' phonetic alphabet? My goodness. My goodness. Where'd you even find that symbol so quick? Must be a shortcut if you long press A in mobile. Or long press E, I'm not sure which. Either that or you're a phonetics nerd and just have that on the go. That one Zelda game. There you go. Ah, Norwegian keyboard. There you go. The prequel to Majora's Mask. Um, I don't think you're getting both. I really doubt you're getting both. Yeah, phonetics and linguistics can be fun. It can be a challenge as well. So I think everyone here knows this. I've never played that Zelda. At least not any appreciable amount. I remember playing it on emulator back in middle school or early high school, and I don't think I got out of the starting forest. And then I played it for a little bit recently, when I was testing some emulator stuff on an alt account on the Retro Achievements. And I got to the first boss. I got to the spider in the Deku tree. The My Hero Academia tree. You know, we've had a few people suggest that I should play that on stream, and, you know, certainly if the people want it, the people will get it eventually. I gotta tell you, I suspect I'm gonna be awfully negative about that game. I think the camera control has aged quite poorly. I think Z-targeting is a crutch to make up for the lack of a good camera. You know, I didn't enjoy my brief time with it, and I'm not positive, I'm not confident that a longer time spent with it would fix that. Favorite linguistics YouTuber? Well, I don't know too many. I enjoy Jan Measley. Their work is pretty good. They do a lot of YouTube video. Well, they did. I don't think they have done in quite some time. But they used to do a series called Conlang Critic, where they would critique constructed languages or kind of fictional languages, you know, non-natural languages. Think Esperanto. And they would talk about the linguistics therein, and that was an interesting series. Yeah, highly recommend watching the Conlang Critic playlist. I believe I have Ocarina of Time for the 3DS. Let me check. I think I have it for both 3DS and I think I have an N64 version. Though my N64 version isn't the gold carts, so I'm a fake fan. I think it's the boring gray card. It was like $10 cheaper, so that's what I got. Yes, I have Ocarina for the N64, for sure, confirmed. And yes, I have Ocarina for 3DS. So, no, you don't need to bring it. I don't need to borrow it. I own it twice over. On that subject, however, I don't think I own a single Majora's Mask, which is fine. I think you would want me to play Ocarina first if I were to play one on stream. You know, I just kind of suspect. No, you think I should play Majora first? Well, isn't that a sequel to... I don't know Zelda chronology. I just don't. But I would have thought that the events of Majora's Mask occur after Ocarina. Or is... Oh, Tingle is in it. Oh, well. Well. Praise. Sorry. Can we get Tingle on screen? Tingle, savior of the universe. Yeah, I saw that Brian David Gilbert video trying to link the entire Zelda timeline a couple years ago. You know, that was fun. You know, he tries to make the CDI games and the Game & Watch games and the Nelsonic Game Watch games part of the canon. Does Togepi know any moves? No. Alright, we're sending out Hariyama. I mean, the only Zelda I've beaten was Link to the Past, and I've done that on stream. We played a fair bit of... Oh, and I wonder if... Well, okay, I'm gonna add it to the list of things absent from the wheel. We do have that Zelda game that Bomb lent me that I really should finish, where you actually play as Zelda. Trouble is, the wife... is definitely currently in charge of the Switch. The wife definitely claims ownership of the Switch right now. She's full in on Tamagotchi life. So even if I wanted to play that, the answer would be no. Because I can't she's got to check in on her Islanders. You can lend me your Switch? Well, that's very kind. My save data is on this Switch. I don't know what is involved in moving save data between Switches, and I don't think I care to find out. That doesn't sound fun. Also, I've discussed it a little bit amongst friends, but I'll discuss it here as well. If you own a 3DS, you haven't played your games in a while, you should boot them up. Play them for about 15 minutes. Because as it turns out, the way that 3DS games were authored, and their flash memory as opposed to their, like, mask ROMs, or however they used to do it, like GBA and prior. Not sure where DS Original falls on this, but certainly 3DS is at risk. If you don't play them for a while, because of the way that flash memory is volatile, the games will just delete themselves. Not just the save data, but the actual game cartridge. It will turn into a brick. So that's not cool. Now, that sucks for a lot of reasons. From a game preservation standpoint, it's actually not that dire. Because there's enough people who have dumped 3DS games that I think... I want to say we probably have 90% of them dumped at this point. We probably are mostly okay as far as preservation goes. Like, it'd probably be mostly eShop stuff, which, ironically enough, probably wouldn't suffer from this. I don't know. I don't know if it's, like, the same flash memory that's on an SD card that most of the shop games would have been on. I don't know. I get the impression that most of the 3DS shop has been decently preserved. You know, once it was going offline forever, I think people got on it. What does dumped mean? Dumping, which is a rather unattractive adjective, but what it means in this context is when you somehow extract the game data, the ROM data, from the game cartridge or from a CD. You know, you're ripping it from the cartridge and putting it on a computer. It's the archival process. You might also hear it referred to as ripping. That's more common in CD media for some reason. I don't know why the terminology is different between cartridges and CDs, but that's kind of what we've landed on. We're gonna buy a crap ton of lava cookies. Lava cookies are good. Lava cookies are full heals. And full heals are good. Full heals are always good. You always want a full heal. The same concerns for 3DS cartridges have been shared regarding Nintendo Switch cartridges. I don't know if they are volatile in the same way as 3DS cartridges, but it's probably worth considering booting up your Switch games every now and again. Because when you power them up, that energizes the bits that remember what the game is. And so it's less likely to degrade. You kind of reset the timer, as it were. Oh, and I missed your previous comment, Square. Yes, we do have a minor league wheel of games that didn't get on the wheel. Yes. Yes, we do. And that list is I think, a bit longer than the list of wheels that are actually on the game. I think I switched some words there. That list is, I believe, longer than the list of games that are currently on the wheel. The wheel has about 25 entries. This unofficial loser list also has about 25 entries. Most of the ones on the loser not wheel list are games that we played previously and need to restart. Beyond the Beyond is on that loser list, I'm sorry to say. As we progress, as we, do our chores, get stuff off of the wheel, spaces will open up. Right now, I think 25 items on the wheel is plenty. I don't want more items on the list. That will just crowd it. I could be bribed with money to put things on the wheel that I don't want to, but or to adjust the weightings, but otherwise, I think where it's at now is where it's going to remain until something falls off. Not an even 26? No. So, I'm not like this, but the wife is. When changing the volume on a television, she has firm rules. You either end it on an even number, or a number that's divisible by 5. I don't care. I'll set the volume to 27 if that's the volume that it's comfortable to listen at. I guess that makes me a monster. Things that are divisible by 5 are pleasant, though, and I can appreciate that, and that's why 25 is the arbitrary number that we've settled on. Also, I fear that if we go much higher than 25, we're gonna end up with games that are at like less than a 1% chance to be rolled, and I don't like that. I like the odds to be 1 in 100 at the low end. I haven't completely mathed that out. I haven't mathed it out at all. But that's kind of my understanding. $28 for volume? Yeah. It's not like I avoid even numbers. You know, I'm not a contrarian. I'll just... whatever makes sense for the volume, I will set it. Room temperature soda? Next you're going to tell me to drink flat soda. Ooh. Your sound doesn't display the numbers for the volume. I mean, that's fine. That's okay. I will say, it's difficult for me to, adapt when I am working with software that measures things in, decibels rather than an abstract volume number. I don't know why that's so much harder for me, even though that's like more technically correct and accurate, but I don't know. Measuring volume, I mean, OBS does things in decibels, and I haven't mentally figured that out. I went echoey there for a second. Oh, interesting. Not sure why. I mean, it could be... I wonder if the camera glitched again. No! Okay, I think we have levitate. No, we don't. Interesting. Okay, you also heard it, so it's definitely not a Czar problem. It's a real thing that will probably be present in the recording, so if you're watching on YouTube, there's like 1 or 2 people I know who catch the YouTube VODs. Apologies. Negative 12 decibels is where it's at? Oh, sure, maybe. I can tell you that my microphone is set to 7 decibels, and the GBA monitor is set to negative 27.1 decibels. It would be set to negative 26.7 if I was using the correct settings, but OBS and RetroArch, they don't get along, and I could have fixed it, but it's a thing. Oh, it happens when I sit back here. Does the sound... Do I sound scuffed? Do I sound gross here? I know this microphone is quite directional. I know if I talk and look this way, the sound quality is much degraded compared to when I'm looking at you and addressing you. Might have just been a glitch. Okay, that's fine. That happens. But it's happening with some frequency. Well, I'm not sure what best to do about that. I think we might just have to live with it. I can if you can. call it out every time you hear it? I mean, you certainly can. I won't stop you. Cyndaquil! My favorite boy! Aww, he's a cutie. But I'm glad we didn't send him out in battle, because then he might have gotten hurt by self-destruct, and that wouldn't have been very fun. Cyndaquil. This is no place for a Cyndaquil. No way. I have scooped both children today, because they were yelling at me. So they needed to be taught a lesson. This is the Welsh whiskey that legally isn't Scotch, but it's basically Scotch. So, I don't know. I don't know what this is commentary on. It might be flexing, it might be describing poor financial decisions, it might be a bit of both, but, you know, I'm dressed nice, so I thought I deserved a nice drink today. And, oh, have I scooped a Cyndaquil today? Sorry. I'm so sorry. No, I have not scooped a Cyndaquil. Here we go. Scoop. He's a good boy. Look at him. He's so eepy. He's an eepy Cyndaquil. But I was gonna have a glass of Macallan. Macallan is a Scotch. And I have a few bottles. And I looked at the 15-year, and I'm like, no, I think that's a little too much right now. And I'm like, well, I have these boxes of 12-year. Plural. I have one that was aged in sherry casks, and then one that's just a double oak cask. It's basically their standard offering. And wouldn't you know it, both of them were still sealed. And I've had them a while, so I've been hoarding them, I guess. And I didn't feel like opening a fresh bottle, so this was my third or fourth choice. Can't Welsh Scotch be Scotch since the same island? Well, it's going to have a lot of the same characteristics. You know, there are peat bogs throughout lots of Great Britain. But Scotch is a protected regional thing. Just like you can't call sparkling wine champagne unless it comes from the Champagne region of France. Same with cognac. I believe cognac is a regionally protected term as well. As is bourbon. You know, that has to be an American spirit. I know of... You can't understand either of them. Well, that's not very nice. That might be a you problem. There was a bit of there was an American spirits company that wanted to call they wanted to use the term loch or loch in the name of their whiskey. They weren't calling it a Scotch, but they were using a word associated with Scotland, and like the whiskey police were like, "Oh, I don't know if you can do that. People will think it's Scotch." And I think they went to whiskey court over it. I don't know if they went to real court or not. I don't know exactly how this was resolved, but in the end, it was decided that... Or no, not Loch. I'm sorry. Glen. They wanted to call it Glen. And a glen describes a geographic region and features that are primarily associated with Scotland and maybe Ireland. But yeah, it went to the Whiskey Tribunal, and they said, no, where this is being produced could accurately be described as a glen. Scotland doesn't get to own the word glen. Sawed off, basically. And so they got to keep the term. Speaking of Scotland, I don't wish to remove my tie, but this is a tartan tie, and this tartan is the tartan of my ancestors, as best as I can tell. The Baird clan, Clan Baird. This is their tartan. I'm fairly far removed from them. It's basically my grandmother, her cousin's mother's maiden name was Baird. Now that's pretty gosh dang distant, and it might not even be blood related. It might even be by marriage. So this might be false valor, false tartan, but it's as close as I've got, and I think it's a nice color combination. So I'm gonna keep wearing it. I could support Scotland in the World Cup, maybe. Do they have any players with the last name Baird? If they do, I will. How is it spelt? B as in Bravo, A, I, R as in Romeo, D as in Delta. One of these days, I think I'm going to order a vest or a waistcoat with that tartan pattern as well. Again, it's just a nice pattern, so I think it would be nice to have. I guess we can use Gust on you. I have zero desire to wear a kilt. You know, no disrespect to those who want to go that route. I understand that it's traditionally, you know, a very formal wear. You know, I think if I lived in Scotland, or if I had a more direct Scottish heritage, or, you know, gave a crap about national pride, I would probably look at that. But my relation to these folks is tenuous at best. And look, I don't even enjoy wearing shorts, okay? So, and a kilt, you know, only goes, you know, to about the knees. I prefer my full leg to be covered. So purely from a me being comfortable in pants, a skirt is a poor choice. I do not wish to wear a kilt. Do I like the Proclaimers? Yes, I enjoy the music of the Proclaimers. I enjoy 500 Miles. I enjoy Sunshine on Leith. I enjoy their cover of King of the Road. Yes, but it's rather breezy. You're going to feel the breeze on your legs. And if you're a true Scotsman, and here's the thing, if you wear a kilt, people are gonna ask if you're a true Scotsman, which is code for, are you freeballing? Are you currently foregoing underwear? I don't want to have that conversation. I mean, yeah. I don't want to talk to random people about whether I'm wearing underwear or not. I don't like feeling air current upon my skin. I mean, I hardly wear short sleeve shirts on stream. I think I more often wear long sleeve shirts, but here it's okay because there's no crosswind in my office. In my home office. At the office at my workplace, you've got all sorts of turbulence, and you feel wind and cool air across my arms, and I get chilly, and I don't want it. I don't want it. You can't wear underwear with a kilt. See, I am more comfortable when I'm wearing underwear. So, if it is sacrilegious to wear underwear, then I best not wear a kilt. I'm not wearing underwear today. No, I'm not wearing underwear today. Not that you probably care much about my underwear. Still, nonetheless, I've got to say that I'm not wearing underwear today. There's your Avenue Q of the day. Man, remember the YouTube video Real Ninjas? Where they have Guy Sensei singing that song? That was great. Real Ninjas go commando in public. Hi, Wally. Hi there, cute Wally. I don't know anything about the Acts of Union of 1707. Is that the unionization, the bringing together of the different Scottish clans into one great big Scotland that led to the events of Braveheart? Is that what that is? I'm just guessing based on context clues. I've never seen Braveheart, for the record. To be fair, I don't know that I've seen any Mel Gibson movie. I mean, someone could quiz me on that, but I'm not sure I've ever seen a Mel Gibson film. I haven't seen Mel Gibson's Hamlet. I haven't seen Braveheart. Oh, the Union of England and Scotland that led to the events of Braveheart. Um, I don't know. I mean, I think Scotland has a lot of good PR these days to make it seem very distinct from the rest of sort of great, England, and to market itself as, something, distinct from Great Britain as a union. Honestly, they have better press than Wales, even though Wales has a objectively cooler flag. Braveheart was centuries before this. Okay. Should Scotland be its own separate entity in year 2026? I mean, they certainly could be, I think. I think they have enough GDP to, justify them being their own nation. Not that nationhood should be justified solely on GDP, but you get what I'm saying, is that, they could stand on their own and not necessarily need support from Mother Britain. You got someone from Wales to agree that Wales doesn't exist. Well, that sounds dubious, but also sounds like something that might have occurred. Boy, I think we're gonna have to escape rope again, and then we'll have to purchase escape ropes. We're not doing so hot, I gotta say. Okay, this is a good choice. This is great. You learn Rock Tomb organically? That's fascinating. I thought that was TM exclusive. Perhaps not. See, I'm not convinced rugby exists. That's the thing. It's a silly sport. It's not soccer. It's not football. It's different. Oh, rare candy. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. Oh, where am I meant to have gone? Where? Do I wish to visit that one city in Wales with the ridiculously long name? No, not particularly. I mean, from what I have gleaned from Welsh YouTube, I think it's not even so much a town as it is a train station. Have I been to Rugby, North Dakota, the geographical center of North America? No. No, I haven't. What's the nearest I've been? I'll bring up a map of North Dakota. 'Cause I have been near bits. Map of North Dakota. Where is Rugby? Is it north or south of I-94? It's north. I think... I don't think I've been to Minot, which is relatively near. It's probably the largest major settlement. I mean, maybe Devil's Lake, but I don't think I've been to Devil's Lake either, honestly. I'm going to claim that the nearest I have been to Rugby, North Dakota is I have probably been to Carrington, North Dakota. I'm going to claim that to be true. Why would I have ever gone to Minot? What reason would I have possibly have had to go to Minot? Do I wish to visit Cardiff? Certainly. That sounds lovely. No, I've never been to Hostfest or Hoosfest or however the heck you pronounce that. I don't know how to pronounce O with no smoking sign through it. It's a double O. It's an oo. Okay. No. I've never been to Hoosfest, and now I never will, because that event has died, never to be done again. You know, I don't have a very strong Scandinavian background. Such that I do, it's on my father's side, and they don't care much about such things. Honestly, if we were to care about any of the heritage on the father's side, it would be the Irish. The Irish heritage, such that it exists. That's primarily what my father's family focused on. Yeah, Irish, English, Scottish. You know, I know we joke that I'm the Welshman, but I don't know that we actually have any links to Wales, like, genetically. You know, I don't think we have relatives that were of that. I'd have to ask my maternal grandmother. She's the genealogist of the family. Do I know which Irish county? No, but what I can tell you is that there is a Minnesotan railroad magnate by the name of James Hill, who my grandfather is convinced that we are related to, but it is because of the record keeping of centuries past is a little tenuous. It's a little difficult to prove. But I believe he is of Irish descent, so more than likely wherever he hails from, we hails from. So the story goes. I believe our historic Irish last name on that side is Beatty. Kind of like Warren Beatty, I think. But I don't think we're related to him. And that's B as in Bravo, E-A-D-Y, I believe. Here I am doxing myself. But, you know, that's fine. These are fairly far removed relatives, so also the internet already has whatever information it wants on me, so this is probably not new news. My left ear is burning up. Yeah, well, if you stand next to a lava pool, it'll do that. Ooh, psychic Pokemon? Oh, but you don't know any psychic moves anymore. You know Recover and Future Sight. Well, we might as well use Recover before we swap you out, huh? Might as well. Things do not look good for me. Twitch glitched color. Interesting. I didn't see anything in the corner of my eye. Not to say that it didn't happen. Crunch, crunch. Om nom nom. Eat rock. Om nom nom. Well, Orson's getting some levels, at least, while we're in this dark, dank cave. Groudon got good after the physical special split. I think. I think it kind of falls into that same weird category that Krabby and Kingler do, right? I think it's got pretty high physical attack, but, you know, not good special attack. And when its types are dark and water, which pre-split were both special attributes, it's a little rough. You see a county on the Beatty side? Oh, what county? Yeah, you can share that. I sincerely doubt that will be enough to dox me, given that I don't live in Ireland. Down County? Okay. Well, there you go. Apparently, some of my ancestors come from Down County. Make of that what you will. PP Max. That's super useless, this run through, isn't it? Yeah, we might sell that for money. County down is how it's said. Okay. Are all of the counties said like that, where you say county and then a name, rather than the way we do counties for American states, where you say, you know, George County? And is that unique to Ireland, or is that all of, like, England as well? It's kind of how the whole island does it. Or islands, I suppose. Vital throw. It's an Ireland thing? Okay. My earbuds are doing dumb things. The noise canceling is turned on. So I when I hear myself, I sound like I have a head cold. Which isn't my favorite. I'm gonna ask our leader what we do. Good luck with that. I know there's some sort of thing I can do with holding down stuff to make it fixed, but did that fix it? No. It fixes it temporarily. Like, it turns on the active microphones. Like, right now I sound great. And if I keep my finger here, I will continue to sound great. But as soon as I remove it, I'm going to sound like I have a head cold again. Yep, there it goes. I'm just going to read that as Northamptonshire, and the Brits can yell at me about how it's not pronounced that way, but it certainly is spelt that way, and using most, like, accepted English pronunciation guidelines, you know, that aren't reserved for British counties and locations, you would have to agree that a normal person reading it would read it as Northamptonshire. Same with Worcestershire, right? I know that if you're of the area, it's not pronounced Worcestershire. There's a couple of accepted pronunciations, none of which are Worcestershire. I think they need to work on that. I think we need pronunciations we can all agree with. Yeah, different ways to pronounce it so that we can, you know, engage in classism. You know, Britain may not have a caste system, but, you know, there's other stuff going on. Chimecho. Oh, that's sad. Still waiting on Dawn Fan, huh? Oh, Psy-Wave? Psy-Wave is bad. We need to buy some escape ropes. And you don't sell them! Why? Why don't you sell them? You should sell them. You know, that's one thing about old Pokemon games. It's like, oh yeah, you know, that's one thing that the new Pokemon games do better, is that their inventory simply updates and increases as you get more badges, rather than being geography-based. And also, like, maybe I want the crappy, you know, bad Pokeballs or regular potions. But if I'm at, you know, the Pokemon Mart of, you know, the Evergrande City, you know, no, you can't have them. And that's rude. That's sad. New games do that better. You heard it here first. New Pokemon did something right. Did something better than OG classic Pokemon. Any flyers? No. Any flyers? No. Okay, well, Xatu can probably learn Fly. I was thinking, can Mantine learn Fly? Like, it's a water flying Pokemon, much like Gyarados is. I know Gyarados can't learn Fly. I don't know that Gyarados ever learned a flying type attack move. It's as though its flying type is just there to make it extra weak to electricity and to make, Earthquake miss, I guess. Gyarados is strange. I mean, maybe in recent generations they might have fixed that, but I know it was a problem up to at least X and Y. It's to make us sad. Yeah, that's probably true. Let's go to Rustboro. They seem like a town that might sell me an escape rope. Could buy 99. That seems excessive. Let's just buy a modest 30. Let's sell some things as well. PP Max, I can't use it this playthrough. Max Elixir, honestly, just as useless. Max Repel's okay. Max Potion's okay. Heart Scale... No, Heart Scale is useless. PP up, useless. Nugget, useless. Stardust, useless. X-Speed, never gonna use it. Mail, I might use. Rare Candy, I might use. Max Ether, garbage. Super Repel, go away. Soda Pop, you're fine. Revive, Elixir, Garbaggio. Burn Heal, we've already got Lava Cookies. Regular Repel, goodbye. Ether. What are we doing? Trying to start a car? We don't need Ether. Yeah, I think 30 is a perfectly reasonable number of escape ropes to have on hand. You know, I'm sorry if you disagree. You're wrong though, because it's a good number. Let's go to the... You know, I suppose at this point we have unlocked the department store. Oh yeah, we should play the lottery, see if we win a Master Ball. Wah, wah, wah. So I don't think we need max potions yet. Hyper potions would probably do me just fine. We'll pick up a, you know, sensible 30. Revive. A sensible 20. We'll pick up these max repels. I'm probably not going to use them, honestly, so this is probably actually a waste of money, but there you go. What do you sell? You sell escape ropes. Oh, I'll tell you what. Alright, you're going to have to bear with me here. We are going to stock up, now that we have money, we're going to stock up on Premier Balls. But, Crispy, you don't need to catch any Pokemons. You have a full team of 6. Yeah, but if we find a shiny, it deserves to be in a Premier Ball, the best Pokeball. And they have a low catch rate in a Premier Ball, so we're going to stock up. It's my sleepover, and I get to choose the movie. Wouldn't it be great if buying 20 Pokeballs got you 2 Premier Balls at once? Yeah, it sure would be. In later games, that would be true. But not in Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald. And certainly not in Fire Red and Leaf Green. I'm not sure about Colosseum. I don't think we'll go until we run out of money. Although we might. We will see. Were there Premier Balls in earlier gens? No. And even if there were, I don't think it would have mattered, because the in-game animation for releasing your Pokemon in battle, it didn't change. Like, Pokeballs only had an effect during the capture mechanic. At least that's true in Gen 1. I think it's true in Gen 2. I'm not a Gen 2 expert. But I believe that when you release the Pokemon in the Pokeball, that animation is only different based on the Pokeball in Gen 3 and above. Yes, we have like 300 Pokeballs. We will sell most of those. Probably all of them, to be perfectly honest. Because why would I carry any other ball when I could be carrying the Premier Ball? Well, just insofar as when you send your Pokemon out in battle, you can see... Well, yeah, actually it's twofold, yes. So, when you send a Pokemon out in battle, there you see the ball, so you can see what color ball, what pattern ball is going out. And then when they come out of the Pokeball, there is a different particle or color effect applied atop the Pokemon for every Pokeball that there is. For instance, I believe the Nest Ball has a bunch of hearts. We will make a note of it. We're gonna head back into battle. We will make a note of it, and I will try and point it out as best as I can. But yeah, watch for it, because it's true. We got 51 Premier Balls. That's plenty. I will say, Timer Balls, if I were to pick a second favorite, Timer Balls are pretty legit. And that's what I used to catch all of my legendaries in. I caught the Reggies originally in Timer Balls back in the day. Okie dokie. So, we're gonna switch Woof out front. So Woof is in a... So that's a Repeat Ball, Pokeball, Great Ball, Nest Ball, Premier Ball. I think that's a Timer Ball. So Woof is in a Timer Ball. So we should see a red and white ball fly out once we do run into a wild Pokemon. And we will see some particular particle effect. Okay, so we're about to send it out in battle. And there's a red and white ball, and it's got sort of a green... It flashes white, and there's like a green circle particle effect, okay? So now we're going to send out Prestique. Actually, we're going to send out Bradman, because I think that's going to be more distinctive. Yep, hearts, and he flashes yellow. So yes, there's different animations for every Pokeball. Unfortunately, I have screwed ourselves and Bradman, because now Bradman is forced to take part in this battle, and Bradman's not a very good Pokemon right now. Oh yeah, Premier Balls, when you send the Pokemon out, they flash red, as well. I don't remember what the particle effect is, but yeah. Now you know some more useless Pokemon trivia. We are free from Fire Spin. Very good. What are you holding? You picked up a full heal. You must have been a Zigzagoon at some point. Yep, Orson flashes red and a little green star pattern. That's the Premier Ball. We're gonna see if we can at least beat up Team Magma here, or, you know, finish out this dungeon. That would be ideal. If that doesn't happen within the next 15 minutes or so, though, we'll probably have to call it for the evening. You know. Sorry, what are you writing? To quote Randy Feltface, Margaret better get the biscuits. They're doing some newfangled thing. I'm sorry. Your cultural reference is completely lost on me. I have no inclination as to what you are referring to. When am I streaming the Kirby? It's a fair question. I might do it on Friday, honestly. Might be Friday evening. If it's not on Friday, it's not gonna be till next week sometime. Probably Monday or Tuesday. I don't have a strict ETA on that. I just know that this weekend we busy. I mean, there's always the chance of Sunday morning, but I might be doing stuff Sunday morning, and I would rather do that stuff than stream, so we'll just play it by ear. What is this? is this metric? I don't know. Sorry, OBS has given me some weird metrics that I don't particularly need to know. Seeking. I need to evolve a Fanphy. I don't need a Seeking. I don't think. I'm pretty sure Goldeen exists in this game's Safari Zone. I don't... Heck, I think you can catch Goldeen in Route 102? The route in between Petalburg and... Oldale. Yeah, I think in that body of water next to the grass where you can catch routes, I'm pretty sure you can catch Goldeen there with an old rod at like a 10-15% chance. Duck. Wow, damp as an effect was actually useful. Alright, if you're ever hunting for shiny Geodude, bring a Psyduck with you, because it'll prevent it from self-destructing. I kind of forgot about that interaction, that's funny. Oh, you know what? I just had a thought. If we do get a Fanphy, I've got a couple of rare candies. I could just give it one, evolve it to Donphan, and then we've got it. I think for the sake of completing the Pokédex, I'm super okay with doing that. No Fanphy. Why am I buzzing? Probably send out Birdo. Great Ball, I didn't see what color it flashed, but it had these weird little, like, straight lines that kind of looked like sparkler sparks. Go to Bulbapedia and look up different Pokeball animations and find your favorite. It may affect the way you play Pokemon from now on. I don't really use the Premier Ball for the animation. I do it because the base Pokeball looks cool. Obviously, as you can tell. Oddish? Does Aquarius know a water move? Yeah, you do. Okay, we'll send it Aquarius. I know this cave, this dungeon, this playthrough would have gone through a lot faster if we had just ran away from all these wild Pokemon. But, you know, we've struggled with our levels a number of times prior, so I think beating up all these Pokemon is probably the right move. Ursa Ring. Well, you know, Feint Attack. That's pretty decent against a Geodude. Dig-a-dig, dig-a-dig. Trio. Dig-a-dig, dig-a-dig. Trio. No fancy. Whoa, sorry, what is this team? Diglett, Zubat, Electabuzz is okay. Staryu, Pikachu, Weedle? What is this? The friggin' Tiny Cup from Pokemon Stadium? This is awful. Luxury Ball. I don't know what the Luxury Ball animation looks like offhand, but it is like a black ball with, like, you know, red and yellow ornamentation. So, you know, as far as a, you know, the ball design being a favorite, I think that's I think a lot of people really like the Luxury Ball. I think that's a common answer, and I don't think it's a bad answer either. I don't know that I have a least favorite Pokeball, to be perfectly fair. Oh yeah, the repeat ball, it has the green stars, but it's kind of like in a weird, like, infinity shape. Like, that's pretty cool. I mean, maybe the Nest Ball is my least favorite, just because the hearts are a little goofy / tacky. Sure, I'll go with that as my least favorite. Why not? Gonna save here, just in case tragedy befalls us. I don't know what tragedy that would be, but we'll do it anyway. I want to see Groudon too, but they won't let even me see its tail. Oh no, I blabbed about Groudon. How dare you? How very dare you? It would be really funny if I sent out Groudon right now. Oh! Oh, that's brilliant. That's so good. I'll let you see Groudon. I'll let you see it real up close. Somebody clip that. Oh. Oh, that was so good. 10 out of fucking 10. Oh. Well, I think we won the game. I think that was the goal of the entire game, right? Like, we're done with Emerald now? Do you know any water moves, Orson? No Dragon Rage. You know Ice Beam, though. Yeah, you're better. Well, that put a little bit more wind in my sails. I think at the very least I can get to the end of this corridor. You know, face the big bad boss. Thank you for clipping that. That's wonderful. That's so good. Oh, Razor Leaf attacks both. Interesting. Boy, Sandslash hits hard. Is Sandslash actually really good and I've just been sleeping on him this entire time? It's possible. What's your attack stat? It's pretty decent, honestly. Huh. Okay. Neat. Man, when's the last time we had something worth clipping? That's probably the first time in at least 3 months. Oh, Tabitha! Oh, I remember you. Cubone, bone, bone. Probably the last time I killed a horse. No, I said something worth clipping. When's the last time we had something worth clipping? That's not worth clipping. if you choose to clip that, that's your own fault. Well, we got Meganium out. Well, hit him with a body slam. Double DS. What's double DS? You know, those horses, unfortunately, they died in freak horsing accidents. There was no way to prevent it. You know, that's the thing. It's a freak accident. All you can do is mourn their loss and you know, move on. And unfortunately, you're spending far too long on the mourning their loss part of the equation. You need to get to the moving on part. You know, not to be callous, but you just do. Oh, Donphan and Dusclops. Yes, no, we are down. We are down to looking for a single D. You're in the denial phase. The stages of the loss and grief. Well, I don't know how good the denial phase is gonna be for you. Them horses sure is dead. They ain't coming back. Oh, why did I was mashing A. How much damage does Dragon Rage do? Not enough? Not enough. What does the wife think of the quest for the D? You know, I think she's far too concerned with what's going on her Tamagotchi Island to take any notice. You know, Vaporeon and Umbreon had a kid. They named it Benjamin. You know, Vash and Wolfwood got married. What else? No, Pelipper doesn't know any... Oh, you do know Wing Attack. Okay. No, I think first they wanted to name it Satoshi. And then you can either choose to name it yourself, or you can tell them, you can tell the Miis to pick a different name. So she told them to pick a different name, and she cycled through a few. And then I guess Benjamin sounded good. She's trying to teach everyone on the island how to say "that's rough, buddy," as like just a thing to say. You know, they're looking for things to say. Oh, what was it? What was it? They were looking for a thing to like shout when no one's around. I don't remember what she ended up telling them to say. No, stockpile is a gross move. No. No, we're not doing stockpile, swallow, and spit up. No. Max revive. I don't know. Anyway, I think she should be teaching him more meme phrases like "this will ruin the tour" or "get excited" or I don't know, other things that are just terrible. You know, be a bad influence on the Miis, basically, is what I'm hoping for. I'm not sure if there's a battle here with the Team Magma boss, but I suspect there is, so we're healing up. Alright, we are saving. We're gonna head down there, and we're gonna give him a piece of our mind. Right after this commercial break. I am gonna run away from this battle, just because we're so close to our goal, and I am getting a touch tired. Who are we leading with? I think we will go ahead and lead with Aquarius. Look at that. Like, I think most of these idiots were at level 31 at the beginning of this stream. Now they're approaching level 35. I have brought you this blue orb. I am a penguin, and I have brought you my prettiest rock. Now Groudon will choose me. You startled Groudon. It went back in its volcano, and now we're going to get 6 more years of not volcano have. Ludwig Mies van der Rohe. I am not familiar with them. Ooh, this is a pretty awful team, not gonna lie. Okay. What moves does Ninetales know? Nothing good? Nothing great. Let's just swap into Wurmple, because I have no faith in Wurmple. Also, we are absolutely permitted to use potions in this battle and revives in this battle if we really want to. The only restrictions on that is with the gym leaders. So that's something to keep in mind. We don't have to play by the randomizer's rules necessarily. You withdrew Mightyena, probably smart. There's Crobat. Yeah, let's just go ahead and Hyper Potion Ghastly, and we'll just use Curse again, because that'll be really funny. Now, in theory, Crobat... Well, I think in practice, Crobat is faster than Ghastly, so if it knows Crunch or Bite, this might not work. Honestly, Wing Attack might be enough. Yeah. Okay. Well, that is unfortunate. Might as well confuse you. Oh, what? What? You beat me! No! You caught me monologuing! You're the confused one. Let's use Ember, see if we can't land a burn. You know, I know I just said we can use potions and revives and, you know, try and tough this out. I might just reset and get a different roll. Because that's, like, the joy of this. This is not a good team. Yeah. We've saved pretty recently. Let's try this again. With better Pokemon, we hope. Phanpy? Do we have Phanpy? No. We are going to put Aquarius out in front. Alright. Let's try this again. Maybe we will have more than 3 usable Pokemon. And again, we are technically under-leveled. Like, I think his first Pokemon was level 37. None of our Pokemon are that high, so... Let's try again. So what do you got? Mightyena, Crobat, and Camerupt, I suppose? Dustox, eh? Not... I mean... I guess Silverwind is technically super effective. We have a Clefairy. Got a Shiftry with no moves. Pineco that is self-destruct. Seadra. A Wigglytuff that knows no moves. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll give it a shot, but this is a pretty poor showing as well. Let's at least try. Don't hit yourself a third time. Shadow Ball. Okay, that was a critical hit. Okay. Uzbekistan just scored their first ever World Cup goal. Well, good for Uzbekistan. Now, is this their first ever World Cup that they've participated in, or have they been involved in years past and just had rather poor showings? This is their first. Okay. Well, it's still a momentous occasion. Let's do Silverwind, I guess. See how that does. Come on. Will that take you out? Nice. Are you going to send out Camerupt because I'm a bug type? I bet you are. Yeah. What can I do about that? I can send out a water type. Alright. That's pretty good. Ooh, that's not so good. And you're gonna have a Hyper Potion on the ready. I could revive Seadra, and I very well may. Let's use Disable. Oh, what? Disable should have worked. Disable should have worked. Yeah, we're just gonna... We're gonna cheat our way through this battle with items, and I am not terribly ashamed of that. And we may finish with Pineco doing a self-destruct. And again, that's fine. Although I don't think Pineco's fast enough to get that self-destruct off, to be perfectly honest. Well, might as well go for Metronome. Oh, cute charm. Oh, hold on. All right, don't die. Don't die. All right. No, we can work with this. This is stupid. We're going to work with this. What does remind me what Cosmic Power does? It's been a minute. Defense and special defense? Oh. Oh, you shouldn't have. Stall tactics? For me? Cosmic power and minimize? Why, yes. I thank you. Like, I want to win, but no one said I gotta do it quickly. Oh, you are getting some real bad affection luck. Holy moly. I think it's a 50-50 shot each time. I think it's a coin flip, and the coins just come up heads 4 times in a row. Have I scooped Orson today? No, I'm not. I'm not in proximity to Orson such that I could be doing that. But perhaps Eclipse has scooped Orson today. That's why I'm losing? Oh, okay. It's possible. Alright, let's make him more miserable. Let's use Minimize. Okay, Eclipse has scooped Orson. Orson has been scooped today. Not if it's gonna be very bothersome. I don't want to startle Orson if I can help it. All right, so here's where we're at. We are maximizing. We have maximized our defenses, physical and special. We are in the process of maximizing our evasion, and it's in love with us. So, 50% of the time, it won't attack us. The other 50% of the time, it only has a 16% chance or something like that. I don't know the math on evasion, but it's going to have a real low chance of actually hitting us. So we're going to use Metronome a bunch of times. See if something good happens. If it does, great. And if not, well, that's fine too, because we can get it to waste its PP. Now, it's not going to waste PP as quickly as we would like because it's in love. That's unfortunate. Not a whole lot we can do about that. You rescooped there. Okay. Perhaps that will give us the edge that we need. I am going to re-heal my entire team as well, so that when Clefairy ultimately fails at its task, we've got an army ready. See, this is bad strategy, but this is a lot more tenable than the last loadout we had, so I'm fine wasting time doing this. Don't need no credit card to ride this train. That's for dang sure. All right. Metronome, show me what you got. Hyper Beam would be great. Frenzy Plant? I didn't know Metronome could call on that move. Unfortunately, that's Grass Hyper Beam, and Crobat double resists that. That's a move exclusive to like Fire Red and Leaf Green. Like, you teach it to Venusaur, and only to Venusaur. Super Fang isn't too bad. I think Super Fang's the one that cuts your HP exactly in half. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Alright, Thunderbolt would be pretty cool right now. Mist Ball? What the heck is Mist Ball? I've never seen that move before. No, I'm Googling that one. What is Mist Ball? Who learns that? It's Latias's signature move. So what? That's the what's Latios? Latios has Luster Purge, I believe. All right. Orson did it. Through the power of randomness. That's the name. That's the type of emerald we're playing. It's the random emerald. It's very appropriate. I like Huey Lewis and news. I like that, I don't know if it's a Funny or Die video. I think it is. I like the one where it's Huey Lewis and Weird Al, and they're redoing the scene from American Psycho. That's a quality video. All right. We have defeated Evil. And now we need to catch Team Aqua. We have to fight the Axis Cult. But not tonight. We've been going for over 3 hours at this point. And we'll have to catch them another time. Such is life. Any Famfi on our team? No. That's okay. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Alright. Like I said, next time we're playing Kirby. Might be... Oh, I think I glitched there. Might be on Friday. Might be another day. We will see. After Kirby, we're going back to Emerald. After Emerald, we're going back to Mega Man. And then after Mega Man, we're going back to Emerald. And then after Emerald, it'll be another game from the wheel. Who knows what it'll be. Unless something strikes my fancy, or if we can get Stardew figured out, multiplayer. Me and the wife. A farm just for us.